Hey guys, welcome back and happy Saturday. I am so excited for this video. When is the last time you had a fresh fruit tart? It has been so long for me. I have crushed pineapple, mandarin oranges, raspberries, blueberries, kiwi, strawberry, and they all lie on this beautiful layer of fresh custard. The crust has a chocolate coating inside. I cannot wait to try these. I went to a local bakery. It's about 40 minutes away. This is going to be my first time trying this from this bakery, so I am just so excited. Of course, I have a cup of coffee here as well. I typically would drink black coffee with a dessert, but fruit tarts aren't really that sweet, so I thought I could enjoy a little bit of my favorite pumpkin flavored hot coffee. So that's what we have going on today. You guys, we have a topic today that is really important to me because I was accused of this so much in my life, and I really want to clear the air. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of what my lifestyle looks like, what Chris does for a living. I've gotten a lot of questions about this from you guys from Instagram and just private messaging me, just curious, and you guys just want to know what Chris does for a living, what I do for a living. I'm going to explain all of that at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned. If you're new here, my name is Kina, and every Saturday and Monday I upload relaxing cake videos like so. This is just a time for us girls to hang out. We have such hectic and chaotic lives as mothers, as students, as young women, as middle-aged women, older women. We're caretakers by nature, and life can require a lot from us sometimes. So if you've had a long day at school, a long day at work, this is a time for you to come home, kick your shoes off, let your hair down, throw your bra across the room, and just get comfortable. We have a good time here. Let's get started. Also, I just wanted to mention, if you don't typically stay to the end of my videos, that's completely fine, but that is the time that I talk about what makeup I'm wearing, what I have on my lips, where I get my mugs, like little chit chat like that. I do that in my final thoughts. So if you're curious about those things, that'll be at the end. Okay, let's get started. Now, obviously I'm not gonna eat all of these, but I wanted to be able to get a good thumbnail so you guys can just see the gloriness of it. I feel like having one little fruit tart just wouldn't do the video justice. So here we go. Oh, that scared me to death. It's really good. Where's my napkin? The crust kind of tastes like the inside of an ice cream cone when it's like dipped in chocolate, you know? Oh my God. The custard is exactly what custard should be. Nice and thick and flavorful, but not overly sweet. And of course, all of our berries and fruits make it so delicious. Really good. Okay, let's get started in this chit chat because I feel like I have a lot to say. But first, coffee. Oh my gosh, that first sip. I hope you guys have your coffee or your glass of wine, whatever it is that you're sipping on tonight. Get nice and cozy and let's get into it. Oh yeah, also if you enjoy desserts as much as I do, please give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Those thumbs up really help my channel growth, and I appreciate you guys so much for hitting that button. Okay, so today we're talking about me being called a gold digger so much in my life, and I'm going to tell you why I was accused of that for so long from so many different women. We're going to talk about the difference between a gold digger and an old-fashioned woman, because gold digger is really, it's used out of context. It's really thrown around a lot, and I just want you guys to understand exactly what it means so that you don't mistakenly call somebody that. Not that you guys would. You all are so super sweet, but it's just important to understand the difference. Let's start with defining gold digger. A gold digger is a woman who is seeking a relationship solely for the financial benefits. A lot of times when you see young women out there who are constantly asking men, oh, what do you make? What do you do for a living? That's their sole purpose of dating them. Those are gold diggers. I want to see what kind of car you drive, what house you live in, what job you have, what all your material possessions are, all of that. they don't really have a lot of care to any other attributes that this man has other than his financial status. So just to be clear, that is a gold digger. Now, a traditional or an old-fashioned woman is somebody who has being a great provider as one of the attributes she is looking for in a man or in a husband. So it's not her sole reason for dating one, it's one of the attributes. Now, I am an old-fashioned or traditional woman. I wasn't raised to be an independent woman who doesn't need a man. Not that there's anything wrong with that if you're that way, but that's not how I was raised and that's not how I am today. I grew up in a very traditional household where my mom was a homemaker. She stayed home, raised 3 children, ran my father's errands, cooked, cleaned, and my father was the breadwinner of the house. They had a wonderful system that worked for them and a sense of teamwork that was not only efficient, but just made everybody feel productive at the end of each day. And yeah, it just really worked for them. Both parties were very happy and everything got done. One person wasn't overwhelmed doing everything. They weren't both trying to do everything. They each had their own role. You guys know what traditional households look like. So yeah. So now that we've differentiated between a gold digger and being a traditional or old-fashioned woman, I'm going to talk to you guys about why I chose the lifestyle that I chose. Oh my gosh. So good. One more bite. Oh my gosh. This is heavenly. I wish I could share this with you guys. I not only want to share my story to let you guys fully understand how I came about the relationship that I'm in, how I have the lifestyle that I have, but also for you guys, if you desire a relationship or a lifestyle similar to the one that I have, I want you to be able to do so without any shame and without listening to what other people have to say about a relationship that you're in and they're not. So if anybody tries to accuse you of something negative or something toxic that you're not, you can rest assured that you are doing the right thing and that you're a good person. So let me just explain what I'm talking about. My parents raised my sister and I to educate ourselves, go to college, have an education, have a backup plan, but also to find a husband who could provide well for us. That was just the common and normal way of thinking back then. It wasn't frowned upon like it is today. Today, it's like if you're not a career person, if you're just staying home to be a homemaker, it's like, oh, that's all you do. You just stay home. Oh, you have to rely on a man. Like, oh, poor you. And it's just such a backwards way of thinking, in my opinion. Everyone should be able to be in the type of relationship that they want without any kind of judgment. You should do whatever makes you happy and whatever works for your lifestyle. And there are plenty of women out there who want to stay home. Maybe they don't even want children. Maybe they just want to stay home and be a helpmate to their husbands. When men are starting businesses, when they work for corporate companies, when they just have really busy schedules, a lot of times they want a wife to stay home to be able to care for the home, make sure the house is clean, make sure meals are cooked, planning their vacations, running errands for them. It's a teamwork and it's very nice to have a balance. One person does this, another person does that, rather than both people trying to do everything and you're just exhausted at the end of the day. That's how I feel about it. So for me personally, when I was dating, I looked for 4 main qualities in a man. And if they didn't have these 4 qualities, I would just move on to the next person. So the first thing was he had to be Christian. Being a believer to me is very important and my number 1 quality that I look for in a man. The second thing was he has to be kind to others. I dated some guys who were very successful and rude to other people, and it was so embarrassing, and they just had no regard for people at restaurants, people who were just like in our everyday life. They like looked down upon others. No, they had to go. The third thing was he had to be a family man because I was a single mom with 2 children. And the last thing is he had to be a strong provider. Now, a strong provider means something different for everyone. If you feel like a strong provider is someone who makes the high 6 figures, then that's you. If you think that you need someone to be wealthier than that, then that's you. If you think that $80,000 a year is plenty, then it is what it is. So whatever a strong provider means to you, but a strong provider to me was someone who made made in the six figures. And that's where the trouble began. And people were like, oh, you're looking for someone with money. You're obviously a gold digger. That's what a gold digger means. No. A gold digger is when all you care about is the financial benefit. And like I said, the other attributes don't matter. I have dated a lot of wealthy men. I dated a millionaire in Orlando, Florida, who lived 3 houses down from Tiger Woods. I dated a surgeon. I've dated a lawyer. I've dated all types of people. So my point is, I dated those wealthier men, but because they didn't have the other 3 attributes that I look for, they had to go. That's not a gold digger. It is okay to want a man to be a provider for you and your family. And there shouldn't be any shame in that. It just seems like these days, so many women are like, oh, you depend on your husband for money? Yeah, I depend on my husband for finances, for love, for support, emotionally, for physical protection. I depend on him for everything. He's my husband, my other half. I think that's the way it should be. So I have no shame in that, and neither should you. If you're like me and you need that type of security to feel safe and loved, don't let anybody tell you that you're something that you're not. Most of the time, it's just out of jealousy. That's the truth. Forget them. Honey, there are a lot of men out there who would love to have a woman at home. So if you're not a career-driven person and you love being a homemaker and you're good at it, find one of them. It's okay. And vice versa. There are women doctors out there and lawyers out there who want their husbands to stay at home and be a dad. Now, those of you who know me know that I do have a job. I work part-time now, Monday through Thursday, because that's all I want to work, and I'm able to do that. I don't have to work. But I do. I'm the type of person that needs a schedule to get me up and keep me productive during the day. So working a couple of days a week works for me. When Chris and I first got married, I didn't work for the first year, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna take painting classes and go dancing and do this. I was on YouTube and I gained 10 pounds. That's what I did. And I started to get a little depressed. So staying home just wasn't for me. I enjoy working and I need it. So that's why I work. This pineapple is wonderful. And some of you watching this might think, oh, well, if something ever happened to your husband, what are you going to do? Trust me, I have an education. I have a lot of experience. I'm a smart woman. I will be more than okay if something were to happen to my husband. It's not like I'm helpless and my life is going to fall apart kind of girl. I'm nothing without my husband. I couldn't survive without him. That's not the case. But the teamwork that we have works so well, and it makes me feel really good. It makes him feel really good, and we're very happy. So again, I'm going to get into the details of our personal life at the end of the video. I just want to touch on this a little more before we get to that. Oh, that's so good. It just really makes me sad when women feel like they have to force themselves into this career world, and maybe they're not a career person. There's someone for everyone, and if you want to be a homemaker, be a homemaker. Find a good provider out there. This is the way I explain it to my friends. There's a group of men out there who are Christian and kind and a family guy, and they make great money. And then there's a group of men out there who are Christian and kind, they're family men, and they don't make very much money. One is not better than the other. But if you desire a lifestyle where you can stay home, this group of men is probably the best group to choose from. So again, you're not just looking at that one attribute of finances, but it's going to be a part of the things that you look for in a man. Just do what makes you happy. Don't worry about what other people have to say, and you're going to be a lot happier. I promise. I ignored everyone. Can you imagine if I didn't see Chris because of what other people's opinions were? Like, I wouldn't be as happy as I am today, and he wouldn't be as happy as he is. Like, Chris and I are perfect for each other. We're like the perfect match. There's such a contradiction too with men. It's like men want women who are attractive, but you don't hear guys saying, oh, you just want to be with her because she's hot. But you hear all these women hating on women. Oh, you just want to be with him because he has money. I'm actually somebody who doesn't care about appearance. I've dated plenty of guys who a lot of people would say are not attractive, but I don't go by outer appearance. What makes a man attractive to me is what's in the inside. And I know that might sound like, oh, but like seriously, if I gave you a picture of all the guys that I've dated, the men that I've loved, you would be like, really, girl? Yeah, because they were beautiful people, and that's what like fulfills me. It makes me feel good and special and happy. I don't need a sexy looking guy. That's just me. But some people need a physical attraction like that in order to feel satisfied and be happy. So everyone's different, and I just want us all to accept everyone for who we are and not judge each other and let everyone be happy. Okay, so I'm gonna get cleaned up and then I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit more about mine and Chris's personal life. Let me bring you guys in closer. This candle smells phenomenal. If you are an OG of my channel, you already know about it. I always have to give it a little shout out though, because it just calms me, makes me feel so good. Okay, so obviously I'm not gonna tell you guys exactly what Chris's salary is. I think that would be really tacky. But I will say that when I met him, when we were dating the first couple of months, he was just promoted to a CEO at the casino he was at the time. He is still in the casino industry. He's still doing very well. He's a very successful man. He's intelligent, he's kind. He has the biggest heart I've ever seen on anyone. He's from a small town in Oklahoma. So he raised on a farm. He had wonderful values instilled in him by his grandfather, whom he was raised by, along with his mother and his great-grandmother. He's my best friend, and we're so compatible, but we're really opposite as well. We don't even have a type of relationship where we argue much, because even though we're so opposite, we respect each other and we allow each other to be who we are. You know what I mean? I feel like the older you get and the more mature that you get, the more life experience you gain, the less you get into those little spats and stuff that you would get into with or in relationships when you were younger. So if you don't know what salary looks like in the casino industry, you can just look it up yourself. And then I am in the dental industry. I started off being a dental assistant in 2008, and I was a single mom for 7 years, and I was making $15 an hour. So I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to have to budget and be very careful. But it was especially hard for me because I was in a marriage before I was a single mom where I really didn't have to budget. My husband provided very well for our family. I was with him from the time I was 17 to 26. So going from that to $15 an hour and having to like learn what a budget is, it was very difficult for me. So I know what working hard looks like. I worked 2 jobs for a while, so I get it. Financial security is very important to me. It makes me feel safe, makes me feel loved. That's how my dad raised me to be, and that's who I am, that's how I am. And I'm not gonna apologize to anyone for that, and neither should you, girl. Everyone's always wanted to know, what does Chris do? He runs a casino. He's been in leadership a long time, and he's excellent at what he does. He reads a lot. Chris is very intelligent. He's open-minded. He's constantly learning new things. He's the type of person that learns something and then he retains it. So the more he learns, obviously the smarter he gets. But for me, I can learn stuff and then a year later I forget it. He remembers everything. He's just a person who loves knowledge. I also want to say that we live a very simple lifestyle. We're not flashy with our money. We don't have to have brand new things, expensive things. We would rather just keep putting money in the bank account rather than buying name brand stuff, buying brand new cars, getting a huge house. We just live very simple and we're happy, you know? So yeah, this whole video was just to tell you guys the verbal abuse that I suffered from people who didn't know what they were talking about, who just wanted to impose their opinion. And I wanted to let you know that if you desire the lifestyle of staying home, just do it and don't feel bad about it. On my lips, I'm wearing the Marc Jacobs Strange Magic. And on top of that, the lip gloss from Estee Lauder called Nude Truth. So this is my favorite nude lip combination right here. Don't forget that you can follow me on Instagram. I have that linked in the description below, along with my second channel. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. I hope this was another relaxing video for you. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you in next Monday's video. Have a great day. Bye.